Greetings Gravebound, my name's Jade, I'm Community Manager for Begraved. I'm going to be taking you through the demo, an actual full run, highlighting some of the things that you're going to be able to get up to, as well as some of the stuff you're going to find in the game, including our settings and basically how to play it. So if you find this actually useful or interesting, please go and check out Begraved on Steam right now. You can wishlist it and you'll be able to try the demo out on the 9th of February. It'll be live until at least the 23rd of March. We'd love to hear your feedback, so come join our Discord, let us know if you like the game, found any bugs or issues. We've got lots to share over the upcoming months and we really want you, the players, to be a part of it as we build up to early access release. We believe that Begraved is best played with others, but you can play it on your own. If you are going to play with others, of course you want to maybe change some of your microphone settings, as the proximity chat is a key feature of the game. We've already got rebindable keys and we are working even more on controller support, where you'll find a more basic version at the moment, but we're still going to iterate on it in future. Only your friends can see your servers when you host the game, otherwise you can play completely single player, as long as everyone's online at the moment. There are currently 3 save slots so you can carry on your progress on each run. Once you start, you will spawn in a hideout. This is going to be where you come back to after each run through the crypts, cozy up on the fireplace and maybe pet the black cat. We want to add as much interaction as possible, whether it's throwing balls through the lights or going and playing with a paper plane. While seemingly frivolous, some of these may actually have some uses while you're exploring. And you might be a little bit surprised about what you can do with certain things. You'll find mysterious blocked doorways or canvases that you won't be able to progress with. These will be opened up in early access, so it can give you a proper look at the core loops of the game. But there will be some decorative rooms that you can customise to how you want, with a nice sneak peek of our night gardens, which will also be ready for early access. Having a home that you feel comfortable in and is a reflection of your adventures is pretty key to us. So clearing out cobwebs, redecorating with different pieces of furniture you'll find on your travels, or maybe even be able to purchase in the future, is pretty important. Of course, the main aim of the game is to go and plunder various dungeons, bringing back valuables for our shopkeeper here. He runs the Trinkets and Baubles shop and he'll have a limited amount of items and tools that will generate each time you do a run. From the basic torches and pickaxes to more durable gear, as well as brand new items to help you. But of course he does require payment for some of these, and the main point is working with the shopkeeper to keep the taxman happy, who will arrive every 3 days during a demo, but for the full game it will be every 5. Once you've picked your selection of gear, you then head to Mr. Gibbs, who pretty much guards the coach that will take you to the crypts, offering you choices about what kind of crypts or dungeons you will face. Ideally you're looking for insane amount of treasures as well as light, low amounts of traps, monsters and curses. Each run can have a different reward for fulfilling an objective. It's up to you to decide which one you want. Be warned, Mr. Gibbs may lose patience and decide for you if you spend too long choosing. It's venturing down to the coach and horse and making sure you pick up any last minute tools in case you lost your last lot. And then it's go ahead into the cart, saying hello to Lulu on the way. The lights you see represent each one of your grave robber companions, so you will always know if you run back to the cart who's alive and who is gone. Begraved is procedurally generated with the templates that we use, adding more variety to the places that you explore, including the starting areas. An experienced gravebound such as yourself never leaves without a pickaxe or a torch. You'll often find doorways blocked by rocks that you'll only be able to break with this, or the occasional explosive barrel. It's well worth looking around, as you may find traps that you can use against some of the enemies, but also make sure that you're not silly enough to step on it yourself. Make sure you're lighting the way as you go, to obviously be able to see, but also plot your escape back. These cave crypts are the only ones that you'll be able to explore during the demo. For many years, the burial chambers of the rich. There are many stairways, jumps, platforming and boxes that you may need to get to other areas. And yes, anything that you bring into the crypts from your hideout can actually be used, but you may also lose it if you die. And this is the main focus, opening up some of the coffins to grab loot and hopefully avoid smelly feet. These valuables will fill up your pouch. you will come across more valuable valuables, two-handed ones that will require all your strength and hopefully be able to dump inside your cart whenever you find them. Anything you drop inside the cart will go back to the hideout with you. There's lots of other ways to get loot, including smashing urns, and each run can be as short or as long as you want, although the longer that you stay in these cursed crypts, the more chance you'll have even more monsters spawning, but you'll get a fairly obvious warning when that happens. I mentioned explosive barrels earlier. Yes, these can be used against some of the creatures you'll come across, but they're dangerous for you too. Beware any jokers amongst your grief-bound brethren, as they may not always want you to come back alive with you. You'll find many tricks of certain creatures when exploring that may mean you get a big surprise when seemingly you're reaching for a box of gold. And sadly, our mimics aren't scared of paper planes. There's lots of risks involved in trying to get more treasure. It'll be up to you to decide whether or not it's worth it. Something to bear in mind, a little tip for these mimics, is to double check on them occasionally. They may actually revert to their more friendly self, so you never quite know what you're going to get. With my gold coins jingling, it's time to head home before things start to get a little bit more scary. And just some caution, you won't be able to actually escape back to the hideout until all the players are inside the cart, although this is something we will evaluate during early access. Once back to the hideout, each player will get a rundown of what they've done best and maybe not. Then you're free to take your loot from your gold pile table and sell it to the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper will buy all sorts of junk, so if you've got a surplus of things, maybe throw it at him and see what you'll get. In the full game, we're roughly setting the cost of avoiding the taxman's ire at 1800 gold coins. It may be the same for the demo, it's something we're still deciding right up until the last minute. But right now, looking at my goal, I should have no problems in getting the rest, or will I? With that extra coinage or predictions about being able to get more, I can splurge on some more fancier tools like the pocket portal. This wondrous magical item will help you teleport any items you find in the dungeons to the horse and cart. It has got a limited time use and you'll only be able to use it a number of times before it runs out. You can have some fun setting it up directly underneath where the items spawn, having an ever-ending loop. Of course, we want more than just a torch falling through. So back to the crypts, more pot smashing. And thankfully this time not a big massive tongue sticking out of the chest. You get to use our portal pocket. Sadly, players cannot also use this as a teleportation method, only items you'll find. And yeah, as promised earlier, some of these chests and mimics can give you a real rough time. Relatively new mechanic we're still refining is a madness system. Spend too long in the dungeons without a torch, you may start to find mysterious goings on, vision blurred, or entities that aren't actually there. This will be something we're going to fine tune before its early access launch and get feedback on whether or not it's something you guys really want added. Having just survived my encounter with the mimic and making my way through a whole bunch of webs. And don't worry, it's not only these fiendish chests you'll be running into, it just happens to be the luck I had when I was recording, or should I say unluck. In the end I managed to make it out with at least one real chest before I was gobbled up. So the final day, could I get enough gold to make it through? Things got off to an explosive start, also bearing in mind you can interact with a lot of these monsters in different ways. Flinging a torch at one of these goblins, but with maybe a bit more distance, is never a bad thing. This is why it's so important to have torches on you at all times, and they'll also help with other creatures too. Maybe some of the monsters or mobs you'll find simply just want a little hug. You can also trigger traps to see if they're actually live, but I think that's probably enough tips. Hopefully you'll be able to figure out a lot more on your own. Especially when it comes to what lurks maybe behind our boss key doors. But alas, this run ended in failure, as I probably should have took a bit more care on our endless bridge. And with that, the demo will pretty much come to an end for now, but you can carry on replaying. You'll be able to keep any of the gold that you managed to accrue, and you should be able to interact with the taxman, although in this early version I was playing, that wasn't a thing that we added. You may also find some nice rewards after completing the demo, so look around on the floor for sure, and take a good look at what we have planned for our early access and 1.0 version of the game. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this has given you a little taste of what to expect without spoiling too much. Please do consider giving Begraved a wishlist right now or a follow. And of course, check out the demo for yourself. It will be live at the same time as this video has been published. From all of us here at Gripjaw, thank you for watching and playing, maybe wishlisting and maybe buying in the future. Bye bye.